Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Full Court Press, coming to you live from Lincoln University. I got two guests today. Got my good man Miciah Mills and my good man right here. He can introduce himself to you.
That's Anthony Spinner
All right, where you from, man?
from Los Angeles, California.
All right, we got Westside in the building today. All right, so Full Court Press, where we cover sports from baseline to baseline. Let's start with some recent news. Mike McCarthy just got fired from the Green Bay Packers after a long time with them, over 10 years. Got a Super Bowl ring with them. They fired him right after the game. They didn't really give him no time. This is only the second time they fired somebody in the middle of the season. So, how do y'all feel about that? Do you think they went about that the right way?
I mean, I feel like he wasn't getting the job done, so something had to be done. And it's saying like Aaron Rodgers really wasn't feeling him. If your starting quarterback, the man of your franchise, ain't feeling you, I mean, I feel like it's pretty good to move like that. But this ain't college football. Sometimes you ain't supposed to just knock your coach off like that.
Yeah, they probably could have waited, at least gave him the weekend or something.
Could have waited till the season was over. Ain't like y'all gonna make the playoffs anyway.
Wouldn't make a difference now.
You fired the coach after your kicker missed a field goal that might have won y'all the game. So it's like y'all almost could have. So if y'all win, y'all wouldn't have fired him. If the kicker do make the field goal.
It definitely seemed like they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do.
The plan was to fire him.
Yeah, he was
gonna fire him regardless.
Yeah, I think he didn't. He deserved this year maybe to get fired. They definitely underachieved,
Definitely.
and he's been trading away players. And Rodgers been beefing with him for a while, so I don't really have a problem with the move. How about in the NFC East right now? There's a lot of every team's pretty much in it except for the Giants.
Crazy.
The Redskins in Philadelphia play tonight. That's a big game. They all basically have the same record. Cowboys have a half game lead right now. So who do y'all see winning that?
I mean, right now, I think the Redskins gonna win tonight, but I see the Cowboys finishing it off because their defense is pretty elite right now. Like, even though their offense ain't that good, that defense is playing elite.
I feel like the Cowboys will end up bringing it out. Like you said, like just because of their defense. And like as the later they get in the year, the more they run the ball. And obviously with having Ezekiel back there, definitely one of the best O-lines in the league every year. That's always going to benefit you. Good defense and being able to run the ball is going to go hand in hand.
Now, if Alex Smith was still in the picture, I feel like it'd be a different story. I feel like the Redskins probably have a better chance.
Good.
They was doing real good. He's a good game manager. Right now, Philadelphia real banged up from the defense to the offense. They all around the corner. They went to the Super Bowl last year, but it don't mean nothing. These dudes going to be on the couch probably just watching the whole thing. And I can see that right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard for the Skins to do it without the starting quarterback. I don't know. I think Philly still has a good chance, but the Cowboys have been playing really good lately, and that's one thing I can say. Do y'all think they will win out? They got the Eagles, the Colts, Tampa Bay, and the Giants left.
I feel like somehow, somewhere they're gonna lose to like the Giants or something. I feel like
that's the last game of the season.
Yeah. I feel like that game is gonna be forget it, they're gonna take it. Probably they won't even take everybody out. They'll probably leave them all in. Still probably end up losing that game because I feel like Saquon probably had a great game and take it out.
Okay. Let's stick with the Giants talk. Odell Beckham got that huge contract over the offseason, highest paid receiver, but everything's gone down this year. So he did just get over the 1,000 yards, so it's a 1,000-yard receiver, but do you think that they overpaid for him?
Nah, man. Right now I feel like it's all Eli Manning's problems right now. They got to do something about that quarterback situation. Cause
definitely.
I seen a stat on Twitter that was Eli Manning don't even have a 40-yard pass touchdown this year, but Odell Beckham has 2. That's pretty bad, man.
Yeah,
that's some bad football being played.
Yeah, I definitely put that on Eli. Odell, he getting paid, like you said, 1,000-yard receiver. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what you paid him to do. Everybody. It's no argument whether or not he top 5 at his position. So he definitely deserved the money. Eli, on the other hand, they gotta get rid of him and just move forward.
Yeah,
and just keep it pushing.
It's about time.
It's not like he just been bad or it's like it's just that time, man. You just not there no more.
You can't produce like you used to.
You just not what you used to
make
be.
it in, man.
All right, so Big Ben made a lot of comments on his teammates the previous week, but we just saw how they handled business against the Chargers. So I don't know. I guess the comments didn't really affect his teammates. Do you think that he shouldn't have said everything he said when he was talking about he should have thrown the juju every play, and he's not worried about his interceptions because he's gonna keep throwing, and that he's earned the right to speak upon his teammates how he wants. Do y'all think that he was right in saying that, and that was positive to say?
I feel like he was right behind closed doors.
Okay.
I don't feel like that should have never. Like, how did the media know that?
Because he was saying.
Oh, he was talking to.
Yeah,
No, you don't say that.
Yeah, he was doing a lot. That was at the previous week.
You don't tell the world. I should have thrown the juju every play.
Yeah.
Now you got a problem with the head honcho,
Mm-hmm.
AB. Now if AB don't like you, now your connection.
I definitely thought that was
makes
going
no
to do
sense.
something, but they looked so good when they played the Chargers. It just seems like it really didn't affect it.
They just gave up.
Now, as a Steelers fan, I can say like what Ben said, it was out of line, but some of it was true. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Now, as a quarterback, he's a Super Bowl winning QB. He's a Hall of Fame QB. He's the man of the franchise. I honestly feel like he can say what he want to say, but sometimes things out of context. Now, saying you should throw the juju every play, that's kind of off the books. But when you're adults, you learn how to take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So none of them didn't take that personally in my eyes. But I feel like, when the game started, what was the first play he did? He threw it up. And what happened? They caught it. He put the proof in the pudding. Like, I'm going to keep slinging it. No matter. He had a good game throwing the ball. Defensive wise, that game was pretty bad. As a fan, I didn't really like how they ended that game.
Ended the game, started the game. I just feel like on defense, they kept covering Keenan Allen with linebackers the whole game.
Yeah.
He's one of the top 5 route runners in football. And it wasn't like an accident. Like, they was planning to put linebackers on one of the top route runners in the game. I just don't understand that scheme.
And then the worst thing is, like, when you watch that play, Joe Hayden should have a pick. You got a safety as a grown man. You professional. You still playing with your head down. He hits Joe Hayden, and the ball flies out. Keenan Allen catches it. If that didn't happen, that game would have been a totally different story. Now, that's something I feel like they got to address. I feel like the Steelers are wasting too much time on drafting too many defensive rookies. Because you got Artie Burns on the sideline. We drafted him 2 years ago. We don't use him no more. He get in the game, 2-point conversion, scored on him right away. He's wasting a draft pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta make some changes.
Another thing I saw in the game was that missed false start, and that happened a couple weeks ago, and they fired the ref the next day. So I'm wondering if they fired that ref already. But I don't know how they keep on missing these clear false starts.
Then it was a block in the back on that punt.
Yeah,
You talking about on the kick?
Yeah.
No, they missed a
ball.
They missed a false
First
start
touchdown to Travis
on
Benjamin.
the touchdown to Travis
Oh,
Benjamin.
yeah, that too. But on the last field goal of the game,
I mean,
the snapper returned the ball before he hiked it. That's why the Steelers moved first. That was another thing the referees.
Oh yeah,
You think
they jumped off sides a
You
couple
gotta be able
times.
to see that, but I don't know what's going on.
There's been some
there.
bad referees been out there, man.
Definitely. So let's go into some college football. Season's over, regular season. They picked the 4 teams. You have Alabama at 1, Clemson at 2, Notre Dame at 3,
Can't watch
and Oklahoma at
that
4.
Oklahoma-Bama game.
I'm excited
That's
about.
the game.
I'm excited about Alabama versus Oklahoma.
That's the game.
Because right there, that's a matchup. But Clemson and Notre Dame, I feel like that's going to be somewhat of a game too. Do y'all have a problem with any of the teams they picked? You got Georgia and O State getting left out.
Now my thing is, I'm gonna just go back off kind of off topic, but I feel like Georgia should have took that game. I don't like how you lose 2 years in a row the same way.
That's
the same way. Like it rubs me off kind of weird.
They didn't fix it.
And you lose the same way. I feel bad for the fans in Atlanta. That's just bad. It's bad football being played over there right now. Like, you can't do that, man.
Whoever made that decision to do a catch and run on 4th and 12 at the 50-yard line need to be fired.
Fake punts. That was a waste of time.
It's 2 minutes left in the game.
Kicker.
The other team that y'all was up 14, the other team scored 14 straight. They got the momentum, and you try a run while the defense was in punt safe, and you could have just called timeout and punted it. You see them set up for the perfect defense for the play you want to run, and you still run the play. I just feel like Georgia didn't want it. But Georgia, I would definitely have Georgia in there over Notre Dame. But I feel like they lost, kicked them out, and they deserve to be kicked out for that, the way they lost.
I feel like Notre Dame should be forced to play some type of championship game. It's not fair that they
That they
don't
can
only
just
squad.
slide in,
they didn't have to put their championship hopes on the line last week like everybody else.
I'm excited about this OU Alabama game, but for some reason, you know, that OU defense is really suspect. So
terrible.
it's gonna have to be like a shootout. It's gonna have to be a shootout.
Terrible.
And I like Kyler Murray, but you know, one of them big dudes like Quentin Williams taking him down would be pretty bad. You know, like they lay a lick on him.
So who do y'all have in Alabama, Oklahoma?
Alabama.
Alabama straight defense.
Alabama. I got Alabama too.
I haven't seen Oklahoma play defense since the season started.
Shoot, I feel Alabama gonna take it all the way.
All right,
again.
so Clemson and Notre Dame, who y'all got?
Clemson.
I ain't seen Notre Dame.
Notre Dame hasn't really been
Clemson
exciting.
doesn't make too many mistakes.
Yeah, I want to see Notre Dame play like a top 5 team. I don't think we got that the whole season.
You know, they almost lost to USC like
and
2
USC
weeks
like
ago.
5 and 6.
All right, so we have Alabama, Clemson again. Who do y'all have in the championship?
Alabama, man. You know,
Alabama.
Take that.
Yeah, I don't got that freshman quarterback being.
Nah, he not. He no freshman quarterback.
So, yeah.
They ain't going down.
All right, so what about this Heisman? I think it's between Tua and Murray right now.
Definitely.
So who do y'all have? Who would you give it to?
I got Murray right now because shoot, Tua just showed right now. Nah, man. After that game with Georgia,
You're saying that hurt.
that killed it. That killed it.
But-
Murray just had a great game against Texas, bro. You know,
I don't know. I gotta see
Tua
him.
blew that.
I feel if you put Kyle,
That was some bad
if
football
you put him in
played
the
by
SEC, I don't feel like he's doing all that.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
the big
gotta think
But
about it.
Tua doing this week in and week out versus top defenses in college football. He
Yeah,
had one
that's
bag.
true. That's true.
First bag
That's true.
game.
That's true. But still, though, you gotta think about it. Like, okay, Baker Mayfield was in the same place last year. What is he doing right now? What is some of them SEC quarterbacks that's out there right now doing? Baker showing it off in the NFL. It don't really matter. You know, it's how you playing.
That's true too. I just
Kyler
feel
Murray
like
is
I don't know.
definitely the more
No.
exciting player.
I don't see Kyler Murray going to the NFL and being exciting like how Tua will probably be in a few years.
Yeah.
But Kyler Murray, he's doing his thing. You know, like in Big
I'd
Ten,
probably give it
Big
to
Ten,
Kyler.
no.
So you're giving it to
That's
I'm
not
going
Tua.
Tua, but I
You're
want to.
giving
I
it to
actually, I lied. I'm definitely going with my man from O State,
Haskins. Yeah,
He don't
he's
run,
third
but
in.
he got 4 receivers that have it over 1,000 yards. That's
And he might have had the best
That's
game out of all of them.
passing wise.
I like him
As
too.
far as quarterbacks go, if you're gonna go off passing, if you're gonna go off excitement, you gotta go Kyler. If you just going off of group position,
But the Heisman is about the most exciting player in college football right now.
I just think it means best. That don't always mean exciting.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
you know,
exciting
when
about
you can run and throw, that just makes you way better. And he proved it. Like, you know, you're a one-dimensional guy.
And this the last week, one of them led his team to a championship, and one of them watched another quarterback lead their team to the championship.
You know,
And I think that's gonna go in for a lot. What about in the NBA? The Warriors, they've been iffy lately. They just got stepped back. Do y'all think that will change everything for them?
Nothing wrong with them.
too much firepower.
Too much, bro. They got too. When everybody come back,
They were struggling a little bit.
when Draymond get back, when Steph get back to being Steph, and Draymond come back and they start doing their offense how they do it, there's nothing you can do about it. And then DeMarcus coming in February, and Steve Kerr said he gonna put him in off the bench. So just imagine them four coming off the floor and then put him in for your
That
second
type of
unit.
stuff make you not even want to watch.
Yeah, that
the
might
NBA,
not
man.
wanna
Like, it's
play.
like, dang, man.
Like, imagine him with some.
I kind of enjoyed them struggling a little bit.
Yeah,
but I know
definitely.
I know once Steph came back that he was gonna have a lot to do with them because he's what really makes them tick. KD is what puts them over the edge, but Steph Curry is the heart.
Like that's what I always said that if you remove KD, they would probably be doing better than they did if you remove Steph.
Yeah.
Like I feel like because
you
KD
see
can't run
when
the
Steph
offense.
wasn't out there, KD gets to beefing with
I mean,
Draymond. It's a whole
He
different
can't run the
chemistry.
offense. I don't think he's a scorer. He can't put other people.
It
in
really
position.
is Steph's team.
Your point guard is your floor general, man. You always need your floor general. Like, you can't usually think of a small forward just taking on the well. That's why the Spurs couldn't have success because you can't think Kawhi would just take it. That's why Kawhi not with the Spurs no more. You know, with Toronto, he's doing the same thing. Even though Kyle Lowry's a good guy, you know, you need your floor general to make it.
Yeah,
How
somebody
you
to get you. But and then Kyle Lowry, he leading the league in assists right now. So they just got it.
You never know, they might come out the East.
Nah, they coming out the East to me.
You never know.
All right, so we talked on a previous episode about how Jimmy Butler was up for trades and what was good for him. He's on the 76ers now in Philadelphia. He's hit 2 game winners, same spot. I think he looks great out there. So how do you guys like Jimmy in Philadelphia?
Love Jimmy in Philly. He's a blue chip guy in a blue chip city.
Definitely.
He hard nosed Philly. That's what they all about. Fighting, tough, rough. That's
Defense,
all.
man.
That's who he is through and through. They know his story. He's been through that process. I feel like he make that team better as a leader, as a defender.
They need shooters too.
Yeah, they definitely gonna need that as time moves.
I like how it makes the East competitive, though. You know, you got Philly, Toronto, and Celtics. You know, I feel like it's always been like that, but you know, it's new guys, new faces. It makes it more competitive, more exciting.
Definitely.
I definitely think it's a nice fit. I didn't even picture him going to Philly before, but he definitely blends in well with what they got. All right, let's talk about the Kareem Hunt situation that is new to everybody.
Oh, man.
The video is out, and it doesn't look good. He's done in the league right now. The Chiefs just cut him. Nobody picked him up on waivers today. Do y'all think he'll ever make it back in the league, and how do y'all even feel about the whole situation?
I don't feel like he should be cut. Like I'm not excusing his, like, no man should hit a female or push a female, but like, not to say like it was detrimental to her life, but like he pushed a guy into it. And then, and that, not to like say that, like, obviously you should never kick a female. Like if you see that kick, that, like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I think it has more to do with
his
the Chiefs already knew something had happened.
No, he lied. He said
you feel me? They talked to him already. So the video obviously didn't add up to what he said. So that's probably why he got cut. Now, the severity of what he did is not up there with how bad I have seen.
Definitely.
But once again, when you get into these interactions with these women, you have to have judgment better than that. He had a lack of judgment, and he knows in his situation that it can all be gone in a blink of an eye.
You want something to lose, so you got.
He was the one with everything to lose.
You in the league, you getting paid millions. They about to give you the big contract at the end of the season.
They tell you from a young boy never to put your hands on women. And
his
it's
contract
is like this.
Man. He was about to get the big contract.
Exactly. He's on his rookie deal. He hasn't even reached his prime yet. He has so much potential. I expect to see him playing football again.
Definitely.
I don't know if it will be in the NFL, but if he has to go to Canada or something, he'll get back on the field. He'll get back to making some money.
Biggest problem with that video was the kick at the end.
Yeah.
I heard the background story. Talking about she let off some racial slurs, but you know that doesn't justify the fact. You got to control yourself as a man. You know. But that kick is definitely what made it really bad.
It looked so dumb.
You know, it made it look really worse.
It made it look like you didn't care about the whole situation.
Like in the first part,
he was already down.
It looked bad, but it'd be like, all right. But the kick just looked terrible.
It just man, forget everything I got going. You know, I don't care. I'm trying to lay a punch or something on her. I gotta get her. I gotta get my lick in. I don't care what goes on.
All right, so Reuben Foster was just arrested for some same type of offense, domestic violence. It's multiple times with him he's been arrested for this. He's been arrested for gun and marijuana possession before. He's really made a lot of trouble even from back when he was on Alabama now. The Redskins signed him on waivers. Did y'all have any problem with that? The GMs took a little backlash because of the signing.
I mean, that dude is an animal, you know.
He is.
But nothing justifies the fact that this guy just keeps on messing up. Time after time after time.
I think it's no video.
Yeah, it's no video on this one. But it's the fact.
Yeah, the video always.
The video kicks you right out the league.
Yeah. There's no.
I don't think it's no video of him, so they get.
But they don't need your side of the story when they see the video.
It's the fact his girlfriend claimed she lied about being hit the first time.
Yeah,
and it's the same girl getting hit again. So they're just bringing it back to dang. Did she lie the first time? Did he pay her? You know, like to shut up. You know, and say it didn't happen. But you know, why go do it again? It's just stupid.
He has a checkered past.
You know,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's hard to believe he didn't do it. You know, but I like the guy. He's a monster. But
I like him. I definitely like him on the football field.
Doing stuff like that.
On the football field, he is a monster.
Too good to just be wasting his talent. Like that.
He won't even get a chance to play until the legal stuff gets done. Then he's gonna have to get suspended from the league. So it's really a long process to even get back after this. But I have no problem with us signing him on waivers, but then again, like I'm saying, it's a long process. There's nothing instant about it. We might not see him playing for 1-2 years from me. So we'll see. about the NFL, who do y'all have winning the AFC right now? You got the Steelers winning their division. You got the Houston. You got Houston winning their division. Who the other two? The Patriots. And then
and Kansas City.
And you got Kansas City. So who do y'all have out of the AFC right now? Or you can pick a wild card.
I'm gonna go Kansas.
Now, right now.
So that was another question I meant to ask. Do you think that this Kareem Hunt situation is gonna hurt Kansas City at all?
You can't some guys are good. Like you can't some guys you can't just replace. You know what I'm saying? Like your backup, he a backup because he a backup. You know what I'm saying? Like Kareem Hunt, Pro Bowl, rookie season, over 1,000 yards. Now you got him. He's playing good. He started doing a lot more this year as far as catching the ball. Now you just take him off the table. Not that they don't have capable backs. I think Spencer Ware behind him. He been in the league and he did it before, but I feel like it's still.
Before he was there, it was Spencer Ware show.
Definitely.
Yeah. I definitely think it would hurt though. Kareem Hunt scores a lot of touchdowns. He gets a lot of yards. I think now they'll be able to double team more.
Definitely.
Double team Kelsey more. Double team.
I don't see Spencer Ware running too many routes.
The Cheetah, they can double team Cheetah some more.
Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little biased. I feel like my Steelers can take it out. But in a way,
have been playing well.
But it's like, when you lose 2 clutch games in a row, like off of just blowing the leads, it's pretty bad.
He was up 14 last game, right?
But I don't see no Patriots taking it this time. It's definitely not going to be the Patriots.
Not even going to the Super Bowl?
Not going to the Super Bowl. Okay. I feel like they're going to lose the AFC.
I mean, it would be nice to see us switch up.
Now, the Texans just really got me. Like, even though the Steelers my team, I'm loving the Texans right now. They 9-0 streak, Their defense is playing outstanding. Offense is playing great. DeAndre Hopkins is outstanding. I feel like they have a good. They're probably going to end up playing the Patriots, and I feel like they're going to take them out. And then you got Kansas City with no Kareem Hunt. They're real vulnerable. Even if they're going to be at home, they're vulnerable.
Yeah, me, I'd probably take Kansas City. I think Patrick Mahomes is ready for any challenge they put in front of him. I think he's going to show up in the playoffs, and I think they're gonna get all the way. If it's not them, I got the Patriots.
NFC, I just want to see his Saints.
Yeah,
I just want to see another Saints-Rams match.
I don't really believe in the Rams yet.
I
like the Rams, but in the playoffs, I don't believe in it.
You're not gonna be biased again, man. I'm an LA guy. I want to see LA have a parade. We building that stadium for them. How good would it be that stadium be ready next year after the Super Bowl?
I want to see a Sam's. I want
Sam,
to see a Saints-Rams game to get the chance to go to the Super Bowl, man. That's all.
That's definitely how it's going to end. It's going to be Saints and Rams.
Good, man.
It's going to be a good game again, I feel like that's going to be a real nice game for the NFC Championship. I feel like the Rams going to take it out. So, if it ain't the Steelers, man, I see Rams, Kansas City, that looks pretty nice, but I feel like the Texans have a good chance too. So I'll say don't take them 4 teams in the AFC have a great chance. I feel like you can't just take nobody out and just say who's gonna win right away.
Yeah.
In the NFC it's pretty clear who the 2 teams is that got this. Like them other teams are kind of iffy right now in the NFC.
Yeah, I definitely take the Saints, and I got Drew Brees for my MVP right now, but Patrick Mahomes is right there with him. And I got the Saints winning the Super Bowl, and I think that'll let Drew Brees retire earlier because he'll have his ring. But yeah, I think that's all for today. That's episode 3 right now. Episode 4 comes soon. Thank you for watching, everybody. Once again, Miciah Mills and Spinner, we out here. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Shebang.